him from over there anyway. Happy birthday. I don't know if I have any chocolate for you, though. I owe you chocolate. Or candy, at least. Oh, I got something for you. I got some fun. No worries. Did you have a good weekend away or a good weekend off? All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, you're fine, welcome to the first Shabbat of the year, sort of, kind of. Well, since we started the new Torah reading anyway, it is really not technically the first Shabbat of the year, but it feels like it because we are now, it's the first regular Shabbat of the year. How about that? As we're now past our high holy days. With sundown tonight, we have finished a month of high holy days plus Helene. That's how it's going to go down in record. High holy days plus Helene. Does that work for everybody? Because that's how it's going in, huh? Plus high holy days. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's true. Yeah, she came first. She came first. No, we are not inviting her next year because I'm not redoing another basement again. But no, we are not inviting her next year for sure. She is not one of those ushpizin, those welcomed guests into the sukkah that we normally invite. We will do without her. I hope our neighbors to the north and a little west, I guess, in North Carolina are hanging in there as well. I know just yesterday, walking home from the service, there was a big crane at the end of the street, and they were cutting down a tree that was like this. And you know it's bad when there's 5 guys standing here like this going. And I'm watching them as I'm walking up there, and I'm like, oh, man, this isn't good. And they're like, and it was, I 5 minutes late, I'm still walking, and I passed them, and they're still like they were obviously trying to figure out the physics of how to get this tree down without knocking down the power line, which was right near it, because it was an uprooted tree that needed to be taken care of. And I was so happy to see it go because I was going to hold my breath. You know, it would go out at 3 in the morning when the tree falls on it. So we are. Jonah made the comment. Joshua actually made the comment about how the firewood people are probably doing a really good business this year. Or actually, he said maybe they're not because everybody has firewood. So if you've got small enough logs, that's good. If you're unfortunate to have the gigantic trees and this is the log you have, you're not going to get too far. You're going to have somebody still cut it for you. But anyway, I think that we certainly can look at this Shabbat as a marker to move forward, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But this Shabbat is a little bit different as it was last week, actually, because we're coming out of a holiday, out of the full holidays, actually. So we don't ask me, it's just how it is. We don't do our full Kabbalat Shabbat. We're already kind of in the mood. We're going from Yom Tov, really, to Shabbat. So we don't do a full Shabbat with all the Psalms. We actually just do the Psalm for Shabbat. We're going to do a Shalom Aleichem. We'll do a couple of things for it. But the first thing we do is we can welcome in Shabbat with lighting candles. So I need a volunteer. I've already lit them because it's a holiday, we're going to transfer. So we transfer the flame, which we just did. That's the advantages of having a gas stove. There is always a pilot on. There's always a transfer flame to be able to do, so which is awesome. And you let whatever you use to transfer, you let it sit. So if you don't mind rising on page 4, you'll find the blessing as Joel leads us. Amen. Shabbat shalom. Thank you. Wonderful. Well, we could use all the spirit we need. We're kind of gassed from last night, so we could definitely use some spirit. Page 5 at the bottom, we will certainly add Shalom Aleichem. Our hymn reminds us of Shabbat and the peace, the shalom that it brings, and certainly after a long month, this Shabbat, bringing that sense of peace and shalom is important. So page 5. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu ni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Page 10, you'll find Yedid Nefesh, beautiful hymn written from the 1500s, late 1500s, beautiful poem, kind of brings in the soul of Shabbat, if you will, as we join together, page 10. Yedid nefesh av harachaman mishach avdach el ritzonach yarutz avdach kemo ayal yishtachaveh mul hadarach Ki yerav lo yedidutach mino fetzuv vechol ta'am yadadai dai 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 yadadai dai 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 yadadai dai 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 yadadai dai dai yadadai dai 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 yadadai dai 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 Yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 Adonai ziv haolam Nafshi cholat ahavatach Ana elna rifana la Beharot la noam zivach Az titchazek vetitrapeh V'haitalach shivchat olam yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 Yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 dai. We turn forward in our Siddur to page 27. There you will find the Psalm for Shabbat. As again, we recognize that we are moving from a holiday right into Shabbat. It has its own flavor and special nature, and that is exhibited by the Psalm for Shabbat itself. Page 27, we join together. Mizmor shir leyom ha-Shabbat, tov lehodot la'Adonai, Ulezamer l'shimcha elyon, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. Lehagid baboker chastecha, ve'emunatcha balelot, alei asor v'alei navel, alei higayon bechinor. Mizmor shir leyom hashabbat, tov lehodod la'Adonai, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. Ki simachtani Adonai befo'alecha, b'ma'aseh yadecha aranein, ma gadlu masecha Adonai, me'od amku machshavotecha. Mizmor shir leyom hashabbat, tov lehodod la'Adonai, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. Yishba'ar lo yegdol siklon. Page 28 by the arrow. Tzadika tamar yifrach, ke'erez balevanon yiskeh, shetulim beveit Adonai, bechatzrot Eloheinu Yafrichu, od yenuvun b'seva, deshenim v'rananim yiyu, lehagid ki yashar Adonai, tzuri tzuri velo avlatabo. 29. Adonai malak Yehud lavesh lavesh Adonai ositazar aptikon tevel baltimod nachon kisacham me'az me'lamatan Edo techanemnu me'od lehavetcha nava kodesh Adonai leorech yamim. Those reciting Kadisha Tome, the Mourner's Kaddish, you'll find it here first on page 30. Page 30. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divrach irutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uvyumechon uvchayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru, amen. Yehi shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam lomei omaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, shemei dekudesha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran v'yalma v'imru, amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. We rise, before you sit, don't sit. We rise for the beginning of the evening service. I'm going to ask Nate if you'll come up forward and help me out a little bit as you get ready for your bar mitzvah in just a couple of weeks. I hate to tell you, it's 2 weeks, bud. Yes, he knows. Page 39a, as we join together, as we face the Aron HaKodesh. Yai-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yai-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Yada-da-da-da-da-da-da. You are welcome to be seated. We read together in the English the bottom paragraph, our bracha of creation together. Baruch atah Adonai, our God, sovereign of time and space, whose word brings the evening dusk, whose wisdom opens the gates of dawn, whose understanding changes the day's division, whose will sets the succession of seasons and arranges the stars in their places in the sky, who creates day and night, who rolls light before darkness and darkness from light, who makes day pass into night, who distinguishes day from night. Adonai Tzevaot is your name, living and ever-present God. May your rule be with us forever and ever. Baruch atah Adonai, who brings each evening's dusk. Umavir yom umehevi laila, umavdil ben yom uben laila, Adonai Tzevaot shemo, El Chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Hamari v'ravim. Page 40, we join together. Ahavat olam beit Yisrael amchavta Torah u'mitzvot chukim u'mishpatim otanu limadeta al ken Adonai Eloheinu v'shochveinu u'vekumeinu nasiach b'chukecha v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha u'b'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed ki heim chayenu v'orech yameinu Uvahem nehege yomam v'layla, yomam v'layla. V'ahavatcha al tasir mimenu le'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. Page 41. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha v'beitecha u'lechtecha v'derech u'shochtecha u'vkumecha u'kshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha. We join together in the English on 41. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all that is yours. These words that I command you this day shall be taken to heart. Teach them again and again to your children. Speak of them when you sit in your home, when you walk on your way, when you lie down, and when you rise up. Bind them as a sign upon your hand and as a symbol above your eyes. Inscribe them upon the doorposts of your homes and upon your gates. We turn on over to page 44. By the arrow at the top, we will find Umalchuto b'ratzon leading up to Mi Chamocha. Umalchuto b'ratzon kiblu aleihem Moshe uMiriam u'bnei Yisrael lecha'anu shira b'simcha rabba v'yamru chulam Mi Chamocha ba'elim Adonai Mi Chamocha nedar b'kodesh Nora tehilot osef eleh Malchutecha ra'u vanecha Bokei ayam lifnei Moshe Ze'eli anu v'yamru Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed V'ne'emar ki fada Adonai et Yaakov Uge'alo mi'ad chazak mimenu Baruch ata Adonai Gal Yisrael. Page 45, you'll find our second bracha that comes after the Shema. It's a bracha of peace, of asking for shalom as we end our day and begin our day anew with the setting of the sun. So we join together on page 45 in the English on the left side of the page. Allow us, Adonai, our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign. Spread over us your canopy of peace. Restore us with your good counsel, and save us for the sake of your name. Shield us. Remove from us enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings. For you, God, watch over and deliver us. And you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming for life and peace, now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Amen. We join together at the top of 45. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Ushmor tzeteinu uvo'enu l'chaim u'l'shalom me'ata v'ad olam. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. We turn on over to page 46 as we rise, as we join together in the singing of Vishamru as Nate leads us. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asod et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit-olam. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asod et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit-olam. Ve'ni uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam, oti le'olam, oti leolam v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asod et ha-Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. We continue with Chatzi Kaddish, the middle of 46.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה.
Amen.
ביומא דברכותי ולהמליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל. בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם עולם מעלמיה יתברך. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילם מכל ברכתה בשירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירם בעלמא ואמרו Amen.
You'll find the silent Amidah for this evening, pages 47 through 52. The only difference now that we add is as we've hit Shmini Atzeret, we add Mashiv HaRuach Umarid HaGasham in the middle of the silent part there on page 48. Page 47, again, you're welcome to add your own personal thoughts and meditations, and when you're through, you're welcome to be seated as well. 53, you will find the symbolic repetition of the Amida. We do some of this sometimes, but since we had to shorten our Kabbalat Shabbat as part of the holiday observance, we'll turn to page 53, and I'll ask if you're able to once again to rise as we join together. Vayachulu hashamayim v'haaretz v'chol tevaham vayechol Elohim bayom hashvihi melachto asher asa vayishbot bayom hashvihi mikol melachto asher asa vayevarech Elohim et yom hashvihi Vayekadesh oto, ki bo Shabbat mikol melachto, asher bara Elohim la'asot. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov. Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Konei Shamayim va'aretz. Magen Avod bidvaro, Mechaye Metim b'mamaro. Ha'el HaKadosh ein kamohu, Hameniach le'amo b'yom Shabbat kodsho. Kivam ratza lehaniach lahem, Kivam ratza lehaniach lahem, Lefanav navod b'irav ha'fachad, V'nodeh lishmo b'chol yom tamid me'ein habrachot. El ha'hodaot Adon ha'shalom mekadesh ha'shabbat umvarech shevi umeniach b'kedusha le'namedu shnei oneg zecher lemase v'reishit. 54 at the top. Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu ritzei v'imnuchatenu Kadshenu b'mitzvotecha v'tein chelkenu b'toratecha Sabenu mituvecha v'samchenu b'shuatecha v'taher libeinu le'avdecha be'emet V'hanechi leinu Adonai Eloheinu b'ahava uvratzon Shabbat kodechecha v'yanuchu v'Yisrael mekadeshei shemecha Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. We remain standing for Kaddish Shalem as Nate leads us, page 54.
Yitgadavit Kadasheme Rabba.
Amen.
Be'alma divrachute, ve'amlich malchute, be'chayechon u'v'yamechon, u'chaye docho be'Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman karivim eru. Amen. Yehesh me Rabba mevora, le'olam olam me'amaya, yitbarach, v'yishabah, v'yitpa'ar, v'yitrman, v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar, v'yitalel, v'yitalal, shemede kudusha, berechu, le'elam, min kol birhata b'shirata, tushbrechata v'ne'emata, da'am imram yamayim eru. Amen. Kika bal loton uva otun dechol Yisrael dam overton v'yishamaya v'yimeru. Amen. Yehesh laba rabba mim shemaya V'himayim aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'imeru. Amen. Oseh shalom bimrama. Uyaseh shalom aleinu. V'yakol Yisrael v'imru. Imru. Amen. Yaseh shalom. Yaseh shalom. Shalom aleinu v'yakol Yisrael. 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 V'imru. Amen. You are welcome to be seated. And then just do a quick thing. So we turn back in towards the back of our Siddur a little bit farther. Page 173, there you'll find our Misha Berach, our prayer for healing. And I have a list here, of course, that we read each week. If you have names to add after I've gone through our list, certainly by all means, we'll go around and you can welcome to add another name to the list. Page 173 again on the far left, as we prepare to sing together our Misha Berach. We keep in our thoughts this evening Daniel Eliezer ben Tzvi, Shulamit bat Gittel, Yisraela bat Zipporah, Shulamit bat Binyamin Malka, Devorah bat David, Devorah bat Avraham Vasara, Dan Siegel, Danielle Rice, Gittel Glasser, Ari Sanders, Bill Bucks, Lynn Alexander, Marjorie Morstein, Diane Hickey, Barbara Feingold, Harriet Siegel, Lori Kahan Simon, Nadine Hyman, Ed Tansky, Irene Friedman, Gary Kramer, Arthur Stone, Francis Haber, Michelle Stupak, Caitlin Weathers, Danielle Santini, Julia Bernanke, Teresa Timmons, Esther Rowe, Suzanne Gott, Joan Klepp, Estelle Rice, Hannah Lipman, Susan Aller, Megan Cantigno, Natalie Kogan, Candace Dobro, Bernie Rowe, Danny Ashmore, Deborah Rubenstein, Betsy Kahn, and any names we add at this moment. Keep all of them in our thoughts as we again turn to 173 and we join together. Mishe beherach avotenu mikor habaracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishe beherach imotenu, mikor habaracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Refuah shlema to all in need. Before we turn back to Aleinu, just a couple of words. As I mentioned, this is, of course, the first full regular Shabbat. And if you were here last night, you know that we celebrated Simchat Torah and the conclusion of the book of Deuteronomy and the beginning again of our of our Torah cycle of reading. So this is Parshat Bereshit, the very first parsha of the year in terms of this Torah reading cycle. And we recited earlier in the Vayachulu Hashamayim. We read that in its original last night as part of our review of the beginning of Bereshit, which is, again, goes through the accounting of creation. But let me ask a strange question. Can you recall the box of Crayola crayons that you opened perhaps even as a child or maybe gave to a child or grandchild? And I'm not talking about the ones they have today on the shelf that everybody has as part of their school requirements, right? Now there's a box of crayons for 50 cents, right? Those are the little ones with like 12 or 16. I'm talking about the big one, right? The big box. And in my memory, it had the little sharpener at the bottom, right? You know, and you have this big box. All right, think about that big box of crayons, because the little ones are nice, but the big box of 64 crayons, think about it. It represented the widest array of hues that you could have. Think, what my favorite color in blue was cornflower, almost kind of like your shirts a little bit, right? Cornflower. And there was in the greenish ones like sea foam. And then there was the little more blue and purplish was periwinkle. And then there's royal purple. That was one of my favorites also. And brick red. It wasn't just red, it was brick red. Or if you really like it, yellow green, whatever yellow green was. Think about all those creative names, but 64 crayons. And when you first open the box, you see these crayons, they're standing tall, they're perfectly shaped, just crying out to be chosen and to be used. And you can see your penchant for which colors you like. My red ones always sat not used very much, and my purples and blues are always needing sharpening, right? And think about that box. Well, Rabbi Elka Abramson suggests that we think about that box of crayons every year as we now begin the cycle of the Torah reading of Bereshit, as we begin our Torah anew. Because how does the Torah begin? Those of you here last night, you know the very last word of the Torah is? Very good. Someone was listening. Yisrael. So what's the very first word of the Torah? Bereshit, right? Bereshit, which means in the beginning. And from there is the creation, right? So we roll to the beginning of the Torah. We open the Chumash to the very first few pages, and everything is new again. Think about that box of crayons. You open it up, 64 crayons, and everything is new again, suggests Rabbi Abramson. It's a beautiful metaphor. And despite knowing all that just was, with joy and anticipation of what might be, the Jewish people, and we've gone again through this whole month of holidays, the Jewish people are blessed every autumn with this fresh scent of possibility, with a brand new box, if you will, of crayons. And not just the small ones, but the 64 count box, right? And with the book of, and the Parashah of Bereshit, we studied God's remarkable creation, including our own beginnings. We even heard it last night of how we were created. We learned that we're shaped B'Tselem Elohim, right, in the image of God, in that divine image. And we're even given eyes to see the colors of the world. And we're taught it's a world that we are supposed to do what? What's our job? Take care of it. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to repair it. We're supposed to nurture it one day at a time, 1 week at a time. And in this case for us, as we study through the next 365 days, if you will, right, for the next year, one parsha at a time, one beginning at a time, one verse at a time, and even from the very first letter that we see in the Torah, which is the letter Bet, which is for Bereshit. So as we begin this cycle of reading Torah anew, and we give thanks for the blessing of having the opportunity of a new beginning, which, yes, we talked about those themes on Rosh Hashanah, but in the cycle of Torah, this is our new beginning again. We're fortunate. We really get one at the beginning of the month, and now one at the end of our month. And here comes this Parshat Bereshit and all of the possibilities of creation being anew. And as we study the portion, this Parsha of beginnings, we're reminded that new colors, new truths, new ideas are yet to be revealed to us amidst the black letters and the sacred white spaces in the Torah. Over the course of the year, we're going to read, we're going to consider, we're going to study, we're going to chant. Guess how many letters? 304,805 carefully calligraphed letters. That's how many letters are in the Torah. That's how many letters we're going to go from right now, from this Shabbat, all the way through to after next Simchat Torah. So like the brand new box of crayons in our crayon box, thankfully it's only 64. Imagine having 304,805 colors. But from the brand new crayons in our crayon box, each letter, think about it that way, contains its own secrets, its own potential for meaning and creative expression, and each one is alive with a full spectrum of the colors of life. So I love that metaphor, and I hope you'll carry that with you as we go through this Shabbat of newness, of beginnings. And again, it may not be the first Shabbat of the new year, but it is the first Shabbat, the first regular Shabbat of the new year. It is the first Shabbat of our new cycle of Torah reading, and with it again, the possibilities. So go home, find a box of crayons, and if you don't have one, sometime after Shabbat, go find one of those really big boxes of crayons, and think about what colors you would like to paint your portrait of your world, the portrait of your lives through this next 365 days, through this next 354 on the Hebrew calendar. Think about that, and what will your portrait look like this time next year when you look at it, completed, I hope, and with the possibility, hopefully, of buying a brand new box of crayons to start anew. So keep that in mind as we go into the end of the service, back on page 56, and I'll ask Nate if you'll come forward to lead us in Aleinu. And Wendy and Alice, do you want to help us by opening up the Aron? Do you think you guys can do that? Can you go and do that for us? We rise as we turn again to page 56 as Nate gets us started.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, lateit gedula l'yotzer breshit, shelo asanu k'goyei haratzot, velo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu k'chol hamona, v'anachnu morim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, Lifnei Melech Malchei HaMlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shehu Noteh Shamayim V'Yosed Haaretz U'Moshav Yikaro B'Shamayim Mima'al U'Shlinatu Zo V'Go'ei Meromim Hu Eloheinu Einod Emet Malkeinu Echad Zulato Kakatu b'Torato, v'yadatayom v'hashevota elevavecha, ki Adonai hu ha'Elohim, b'shamayim yima'al, v'yaharetz mitachat enod. Ki ha'malchut shelcha hi u'amei timloch b'chavod. Kakatu b'Toratecha, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai le'melech al kol ha'aretz. Vayom hahu yeh Adonai echad. Ushemo echad. Ushemo echad.
Thank you, ladies. Appreciate it. You're welcome to be seated. Put it up there. Hang here for a minute if you want help with the end. As we prepare to recite Kaddish this evening, we keep in our thoughts Marcia Shore, Clara Goldstein, Marcia Shore, Leo Barshay, Sadie Kennedy, Joe Shimlock, Dora Jacobson, Ida Wishman, Michael Cohill, Hannah Wishman, Kenneth Gusow, Harry Stein, Claire Perper, Stanley Etten, Morris Kingoff, Irving Schutzman, Jenny Reback, Jennifer Scharf, Alvin Rabhan, and Robert Isaacs. Of course, we continue to remember Barbara as well. Page 58, you will find Kaddish Yatom, the Mourner's Kaddish. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah, B'alma divrach yiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, v'chayechon uvyomechon uchaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kari v'imru amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam elomei omaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudesha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran v'yalma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba mim shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May be seated. Just a couple of quick birthdays in the house, actually, from what I can see. Ariella, you celebrated a birthday last Shabbat. Woohoo! And Reese celebrated a birthday the day after the last Shabbat. So, I don't have a whole lot of good candy. I have to buy some more candy. I'm almost out. Everybody went crazy with the candy over the holiday. But she can, I'm going to come all the way over here. It's okay. Pick a piece of candy. That's a good one. You picked a good one. There we go. Reese, pick a piece of candy for your birthday. And as we join together for both of them, having celebrated a birthday. Ready? Yom Huladet Sameach, Yom Huladet Sameach, Yom Huladet Sameach, Yom Huladet Sameach. Happy birthday to both of you for the beginning of the week. And if you happen to see Lori Robin and Nick Rebovich, they are celebrating. Lori celebrated a birthday yesterday. That's pretty good Simchat Torah birthday, kind of fun. Last night and today. So keep that in mind for her. Actually, it was for today. Her birthday was today. Yeah. So keep that in mind. And I know you guys, one of you had a Sukkot birthday, right? So Alice was celebrating her birthday in the Sukkah with some cupcakes last week. So we've had a lot of October birthdays to celebrate. So happy birthday. I'm just going to do these because they're very short. So thank you to Linda and Ed Miller for the Friday night oneg this evening. Don't forget, back to regular business. Tuesday evening at 7 o'clock is a board meeting via Zoom. If anybody, it's always a privilege if anyone wants to join. I don't know why you would want to spend a Tuesday evening talking about whatever it is we have to talk about, bylaws and fun things like that. But if you really want to, just call the office. They'll give you the Zoom part of it. November 8th and 9th. Is there anything happening that weekend? No? No, we don't need to announce bar mitzvahs. We don't care about that, right? Yeah, I think he's caring about it a little bit. He's worked really hard. Nate will be called to the Torah as a bar mitzvah, so he'll be participating Friday night. So not next Friday night, the Friday night after, which is the 8th. And the 9th, he'll be called to the Torah, participating in the service, reading Torah, Haftarah, delivering a little message as well, a whole lot of stuff. So please come and celebrate with the Feldman family. And with Nate, and he's ready to go. So I asked you if you wanted to do it this week, and you were like, oh. So we'll wait a couple more weeks. We'll do it when we're supposed to at the right time. But please join us. So that night it'll be 6 o'clock again, and we'll start a little early on Saturday morning that morning. 9:30 is our start time because obviously B'nai Mitzvah kind of add a lot, and we want to be able to eat lunch before it's dinner time. So we'll start at 9:30. And then we'll hit lunchtime by 12:15, 12:30 as usual. So it'll help us out. Saving the date, our Southern Schmooze. Don't forget if you're going to go. I think that registration should be open by now, if not within the next couple of days. So circle back. You can go on the link even. January 31st through February 2nd. Now's the time to start signing up for it. It's a fantastic weekend. I think it's only like $185 for the full thing. And David's going to testify to the fact that it's awesome.
It was indeed as you described. However, I strongly recommend you bring your winter party gear.
Yes, it's up in the mountains and it's cold. Now, if it's cold like it is outside here, you don't have to bring too much Arctic gear. But you all went to Ramah, you know, it's a beautiful campus, and everything is heated inside. You're outside, it's a little cold. So, but it's February, okay? It's the end of January, February. Who knows what it's going to be like? But most likely, you want to bring some warm jammies and some a warm coat to go with it. But it is a fantastic experience. So if you have questions, let me know. I'm happy to tell you more about it. But we'd love to get a big group going this year. That's why we try to get the word out of when it's going to be. And the teenagers are going to be there again for the Friday night. Well, there'll be a group of teenagers there helping out with the Friday night service and all that. It really makes the whole thing fly. It's just awesome. And then the rest of the time, we're going to be with our other congregations in the area. There is, yeah. Yes, they do. They do. Yep. Yep. Yeah, and you get a little taste of what camp is really like. So if you've been to camp, you know what it's really like. You get a taste of it if you haven't. So keep that in mind. Sunday is Turning Points in Jewish History with me at 9:45. Also with Fred is his Hebrew class at 11:10, and to our Torah study on Tuesday at 5:30 as usual. And I already did the birthdays. Lori Rovin, don't forget her from today, and Nick Rebovich is a few days from now. And we got our birthdays from this past week. So happy birthday again. And with that, we're going to conclude. You need anything else? Oh, yeah, takedowns. Well, that was one put on here, but thank you. We need to add that. If you can help take down the sukkah, 11 a.m. on Sunday, we really could use some help. Please come and do that because we put it up, but we at some point have to take it down. So 11 o'clock Sunday, it's probably easier to take down than put up. But so if we get a little bit of help, it won't take long at all. With that, we're going to go into the back in just a minute. We'll have kiddush and motzi, and there's a yummy little some treats. But we are going to end with a little bit of bim bam. Can we do it? All right, Nate's going to get us started. Ready? Hach, time, shalosh, go.
Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam,
Bim bam, bim bam,
bim bam, bim 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 bam. Bim 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 bam.
Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat 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 shalom. Shabbat shalom, everybody. We'll head in the back for Kiddush and Motzi. All right, Yeshua. Good job, man. So why don't you put that here? You know what? Why don't you put it over here? Because then if we call you up, when we go across, and you'll just put it on, and if not, that's fine. Yeah, because your son will also be here. Yes. Okay. Okay. So that's good. So. You're on for Torah service. One last good one. Well, that's good. You know why? Because you'll get it in real time, and then Sunday, if there's anything you have to do, you'll mark it up. Did you give your book back to? No, I didn't. Should I bring it? Should I be at 7? You want to remember and bring it tomorrow? I'll put it in my office. Okay. So you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, definitely going on Sunday. Yeah, I know. Let's see. Make sure that you do it. Okay? Because that one, yeah, we never want it. Yeah, well, nothing to mark up, and I'll have to just give you one, and I hate to do that, so. I think she took the other ones downstairs, so I think.
Mutsi. Kadash and Mutsi. Kadash and Mutsi. Kadash and Mutsi. Alright. Are they in there? No, I don't. Those are sick. They're on lambskin? Wow. Can you read Hebrew? Yeah. So like, I was reading it on the side where it was not ascending. Yeah, I see it.
And it's written.
Yod. What is the name for God? I don't know. So great.
This is where we would read the Torah. This is the Haftorah book.
What's that?
The Haftorah.
What's that? What is it called?
The prophets, the writings, per se.
The prophets and the writings?
Yeah, they're both in here. This is the blessing you say when you come out to the Torah.
So it's part of the Tanakh. I'm stuck on the Tanakh thing.
It is part of that.